Hi, I'm Dr. Hagmeyer, and I am delighted you found your way to my website, drhagmeyer.com. In today's video, I want to share some exciting information with you about health and how you can get your life back and feel like the old you. Now, if you're like most people who found their way to this website, you've been struggling with some sort of chronic health problem that has been robbing you from enjoying life. It's affecting your job, it's affecting your performance, it's affecting your relationship, and just about every facet of your life is being affected. And you're tired of doctors who simply can't give you a reason as to why you feel the way you do. Now, I don't blame you. The average person who reaches out to my office has been to over 11 different doctors. Many have been to specialty clinics and Mayo clinics and things like that. People from all walks of life, from over 25 different countries, reach out to us. And so if you live out of state or out of the country, we can still work together and put the pieces of your health back together. So what I wanted to do in this video is really just help you understand what it is that I do, how I approach health, and how functional medicine might very well be the light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm hoping that's the case for you. Now, before we get started, let me tell you that doctors who practice functional medicine don't prescribe medications. Okay? We believe that better health lies in uncovering the root cause of why you get sick in the first place. Okay? So you're not battling today's problem, a chronic health problem that is, because of what you did a month ago or a week ago. You've been fighting this problem and you've been dealing with this over a lifetime. Okay? Just like a marriage. A marriage doesn't end in divorce overnight. Okay? It deteriorates over time. And the same can be true when it comes to our health. Now, we as a human race are in a major healthcare crisis. Okay? 1 in every 2 people that you know or meet today are going to die of heart disease. 1 in 3 people are going to succumb to some kind of cancer, and 1 in 8 people are being medicated for a mental illness. Okay? It's said that 5 out of 6 people are dying from preventable diseases, and many more are struggling daily with chronic health problems like diabetes and thyroid disease and irritable bowel syndrome and hormone problems and weight gain and chronic pain and chronic fatigue and migraines and headaches and brain fog and dementia and infertility. Maybe it's just me, but have you noticed that more women today are having difficulty getting pregnant and staying pregnant than women 20 or 30 years ago? Perhaps you're a teacher and you've noticed that children today are struggling with health problems that didn't exist 20 or 30 years ago. There are more kids with autism today. There are more kids with ADHD today. There's more cases of depression, more allergies, more asthma than ever before. This is no way to experience life or even start life. Okay? These diseases are almost entirely caused by our lifestyle. And if this is true, then I believe then the answer for repairing, regenerating, and restoring health and feeling good again also lies in getting back to the root causes of why we get sick, and that comes back to better choices and a better lifestyle. And we can help you do that. Okay? What does a healthy lifestyle really mean, though? Okay? Well, in functional medicine, we talk about something called biological individuality. And this is a big fancy word, I know, but what this means essentially is that we're all different. Okay? We eat differently. We have different genetic makeups. We have different daily stressors. We have different immune system responses and different ways that our body copes with those daily stressors. Now, when I work with a patient, my main goal is really looking at this bigger picture. From person to person, this is also going to vary. But let me give you just a quick example. I want you to look at this picture here, okay? And at the very tip of the iceberg is what you feel or what your doctor perhaps has diagnosed you with. Maybe you're watching this and you've been diagnosed with one of these conditions. Maybe you have thyroid disease or diabetes or heart disease or IBS or some kind of autoimmune disease. And the thing I want you to realize here is that these are all labels, okay? Some of these are just symptoms, but for the most part, these are just labels. And these labels don't tell us what's causing your problem. They just tell us that your thyroid doesn't work anymore, or your blood sugar is too high, or your heart no longer pumps the way it used to, or your immune system is destroying and attacking a part of your body. However, if you look below the water surface, what you soon realize is that there is no singular cause to sickness and disease, or that your doctor diagnosed you with, okay? I want you to realize that labels are for cans, not for people. Okay? Now, what you'll soon realize is that there are many, many causes that vary from person to person, and that ultimately causes us to be labeled with any certain disease. And really, unfortunately, this is how standard medicine deals with people. Give them a label, then based on that label, prescribe XYZ drug for the rest of their life. Well, functional medicine is very, very different. Functional medicine is all about identifying the cause of sickness in an individual. And again, if we look at this iceberg, you see under the water's surface, you're going to see the problems are rooted in inflammation, toxicity, hormone problems, stress, structural problems, spinal imbalances, food sensitivities, oxidative stress, leaky gut, heavy metals, or imbalanced gut flora. Okay? There are real reasons we develop sickness. These are the problems right now that are causing you to be sick or to develop sickness in the near future. You know, my dad years ago would always say it was the small holes that sink a big ship. And I never really understood what he meant by that. So functional medicine is about finding the holes that are sinking your ship and steering the ship in a completely different direction. Now let me give you an example of the difference between standard medicine and functional medicine. Now, I want you to imagine your house is on fire. Now, that's a terrible thought to imagine, but let's pretend your house was on fire, okay? The first phone call you're going to make is to the fire department, of course. And you're not going to call the police department. You're not going to call the ambulance. You're going to call the fire department. And firemen, they are highly trained individuals at putting out fires. You know, they've studied fires. They know how they start. They have a game plan when they pull up to a burning house, okay? Firemen also have special tools to put out this fire. Very much the same way that the medical system has its tools, and those tools are very, very good at emergency medicine, as in the case of someone who has a broken bone, or someone who's having an immediate heart attack, or an appendix that's about to burst. Okay, but watch this. Once that fire's been put out, unfortunately, this is what you're left with. Okay, you're left with a house that's been burnt to the ground. And you wouldn't call the fire department to come back and rebuild your house. Okay, that wouldn't make any sense. Okay, the question might sound silly, but firemen don't have the tools to put back together your house, okay? Again, it would be the wrong tool for the job, okay? You need a different kind of specialist. What you really need is you need a team of carpenters and plumbers, electricians, guys that have a different kind of blueprint, okay? A blueprint with the intention of rebuilding your house. This is what functional medicine is all about. Medicine is simply the wrong tool for the job when it comes to chronic health problems. Medicine can never rebuild your house, okay? It can't put your house back together. Really, all it can do is put out the immediate fire, okay? It's not even going to tell you what you need to do to prevent that fire from coming back. And that's the problem, okay? You need a different kind of tool, a different blueprint to rebuild and repair your body. This is why no matter how many more medications your doctor prescribes for your symptoms, you'll never be addressing the cause of your problem, okay? Functional medicine addresses the underlying cause of disease using a systems-oriented approach that requires a patient to do more than just swallow a pill. In other words, a patient has to be invested in changing their diet, turning away from the lifestyle that caused them to be sick, and also change the way they begin to view their health and the way they start looking at disease, okay? So that's in a nutshell. So now you might be thinking, well, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Well, let me spend a few minutes just explaining to you how we work with people and what you can expect if you contact our office for a consultation. Now, for starters, you can expect that our office and the doctors in our office spend a considerable amount of time combing through a patient's history, looking at what we call a 7-day food journal, reviewing past blood work, past testing, reviewing various narratives, reviewing various metabolic assessment forms and neurotransmitter assessment forms. You know, on average, we spend about 60 to 90 minutes reviewing a patient's past records and forms before we ever actually sit down and actually either meet with that patient or get on the phone with that patient. Now, I can guarantee you, your doctor hasn't spent that kind of time becoming familiar with your case and with your health and things that you've done that haven't worked. Chances are they haven't even looked at those things, and that's part of the problem. Now, I don't want to make it seem like this is all your doctor's fault, because that's not the case. It's impossible for doctors to devote that kind of time to patients that have chronic health problems, okay? In the insurance-based model of healthcare, that's an impossibility, okay? In the insurance-based model of healthcare, your doctor needs to churn out these patients every hour on the hour, okay? And that kind of care doesn't afford your doctor to really look at your case individually and really dig into the causes of why you're sick. It only gives your doctor the time to write you another prescription and then instruct you to come back in 6 months for more blood work. And this is what we call a healthcare system, okay? But I think you and I both know that that's nothing more than a disease management system. So if you want to restore your health, you need to look outside the box. You need to ask a question that's not really often asked in today's healthcare system. You need to ask that question, why? Why is the patient sick? Why do you feel the way you do? Why are medications not working? What is the mechanism or the cause behind your disease or your sickness or your chronic health problem? What is this person doing that's causing them to depart from the body's natural state of health? And that's very important. Now, if what I just described makes sense to you, in other words, you're looking for an approach to rebuilding and regenerating and repairing your health, and you're willing to make changes in your diet and lifestyle, and you're willing to make your health a priority, I want you to pick up the phone or email us today, okay? It's time for you to take back control of your health, and we can help you do that, okay? Every month, I offer a limited number of free 15-minute phone consultations, and this is just a great opportunity for you to get to know me better, and a chance for me, obviously, to get to know you a little bit more, and also see if we're a good fit. And sometimes it's not always a good fit, but sometimes it's a great fit, okay? Well, I hope you enjoy my website. I encourage you to spend more time watching many of the videos that I have prepared for you to educate you more about natural health. I want you to listen to the different patient testimonials that we have. Check out our store for some of the best natural supplements that are available. And also make sure that you check out the section that's dedicated to healthy living with various recipes that you'll find throughout our website. And I hope that you'll come back to our website and use it as a resource and a source of information for you. With over 1,000 pages on the site dedicated to natural health care, I hope you find that what you're looking for, okay? Take good care of your health. It's something that we all need to invest in because unfortunately once it's gone, it can be very difficult to get back. Take care.